the month of September is going to kind of, open up the floodgates again. There is IMTS, there is Printing Expo, there is RE Plus, there is Mining Expo, there is Gas Tech, and like every other day we end up, discovering one other massive trade show that's coming up in all these, big places, right? So the question becomes, if you're spending really like hundreds of thousands of dollars setting up the booth and sending people over, all the swag, the after party, whatnot, marketing expense and everything. And if you're expecting to build strong pipeline from those places, how does one think about being prepared and being ready to kind of tap into the opportunity, like you mentioned?
Yeah, I mean, I think it first starts with doing the work to understand who's going. Um, it's great, like, right, just throw up a booth traditionally, and maybe foot traffic naturally drove in business. But today's world, it's getting louder even at trade shows. So I would say first thing, marketing or sales, they need to do the research, find out, create a list of who's attending, right? Like you got to find out that first, like, because what you want to do is drive targeted campaigns to those accounts after to preemptively have them want to attend your booth, stop by,
Mm,
visit, Shardar, like, hey, I know we talked briefly. But if we want to really go a step further too, I think a lot of people do a good job on that one.
mm,
It's the second part that tends to take a back seat. It's like, okay, now you have your list. Let's say it's 100 or 150, accounts that are attending. Like, what do you know what's going on in there? A compelling event that allows you to really talk to them at a high level.
mm,
His This is what everyone's doing. They're getting that list, right? Like I said, they're doing a good job of that, but then they're hitting them with mass messaging. So the question
mm,
is, how can I stand out? And if you're able to, understand a compelling event that's happening internally, whether it's management incentives, um, you know, I would say management initiatives, not incentives. I would say is like you could talk to them at a higher level that makes you so much more different than any other salesperson that's going to be on that floor. Even if they don't come to your booth, they're going to be there. So, position yourself in a good spot, and try to introduce, get a handshake, and talk about stuff that's impactful for them. Um, but the reality is, the reason why it doesn't happen is because it takes a lot of time.
mm. Yeah, I was just
That's endless Google searches. You're scouring maybe through some tool around daily news, and you're not finding anything relevant. I mean, it could be like finding a needle in a haystack a lot of times.
Hmm, hmm.